associated with horse racing begins at an early age and never leaves. The Iroquois Steeplechase became Nashville's grand tradition decades ago. More than a race, more than a cultural event. The sound of hoofbeats transport us to that place we first dreamt about as kids and can't wait to revisit as adults. From the News Channel 5 network, this is a special presentation, Iroquois Steeplechase, Nashville's grand tradition.
In just a matter of hours, Nashville's Rite of Spring returns to the beautiful grounds here at Percy Warner Park. We're giving you an early preview. Thank you for being with us tonight. I'm Carrie Sharp.
And I'm Steve Lehman. It is the second Saturday in May, well, second weekend in May anyway. We're starting early. It's time for Nashville's grand tradition, the Iroquois Steeplechase. 83 years going and still going strong. And News Channel 5, proud to be a sponsor once again for this event that really goes well beyond horse racing. Yeah, how awesome is this? You dress up, you come out here, you have a lot of fun. And we are excited to be partners once again, be out here once again, as are the thousands planning to come out tomorrow. And they're coming not just to see the best horses and jockeys in the sport of chasing, but they're also going to participate in philanthropy while they are here. We're going to take you behind the scenes tonight to show you who this annual event benefits. Plus, the fun surrounding this spring tradition. We are talking fashion, food, so much more. And Steve, I actually heard you got the inside scoop on some steeplechase spirits. Looking forward to that. You knew I had to have my men show up, right? It's all part of the fun. They will be out here. And of course, steeplechase is just about fun. Yeah, it's awesome. You do. You dress up, you find your friends, you have a day's worth of fun around the racing. But did you know, Carrie, you can actually become a part of the action. That is becoming increasingly the case for some local bars. Nashville's Rite of Spring will have a distinct Middle Tennessee flavor. 12 of the 52 horses entered on this year's race day card are owned by local stables.
It's really great having the local owners we have now. We're getting back to where we were in the 60s and the 70s, where, we had a lot of local owners, a lot of horses being trained here. The local contingent includes one of the 6 entries in the Grade 1 Iroquois. 6-year-old Vi Patron will race for owner Mark McMillan.
Vi Patron was a nice horse in France, and he likes soft ground. So I think we're going to have soft ground. He likes the distance, and he's just a class horse.
McMillan launched Leapers Fork Steeplechase in 2019. Patrick Lewis founded Upland Flats Racing 2 years later, but already has a barn of 29 horses near the site of the famous Belmead Stud.
The history there is unbelievable, and it's not talked about enough here.
Proof, he says, that Nashville's current racing tradition can be just as grand and welcoming as its past.
Scaramanga wins the Iroquois.
And that its best horses can compete anywhere.
I would love nothing more than to get more people involved. The barriers to entry are very low, and we're super plugged in. It'd be very easy to have a runner here at Churchill, at Keeneland, at Kentucky Downs, Saratoga, anywhere.
Gary, how fun would it be to have your own racehorse like those people do? And we often hear the stories about the great racehorses that get sold for $2 or $3 million. But Lewis told me he actually bought a stakes-winning horse for just $30,000, and part owners can get in for just a few thousand. So this sport that is often thought of as a very high entry level, actually maybe a little bit more affordable than people think. And for many of these owners, it is equal parts love affair and also a good investment. And as far as racehorses go, whether they are successful or not, you know this, their life on the track is actually relatively short. I found out about a nonprofit that is giving many of these talented thoroughbreds a second act off the track.
Scaramanga!
Some would say these horses are born to run.
Scaramanga!
And jump and win.
Scaramanga wins the Iroquois.
But for a thoroughbred, those days are numbered on the track. And while this is a pretty good life, at 5 years old, this horse, known as America's Guest on the flat track, is about to come out of retirement.
He was very good for the shorter distances. He would get tired at the end, and you got to be able to finish at the end, and he didn't. So, thus a new career.
But obviously, you have an affinity for him. What are you hoping his future looks like?
I just hope he's good at whatever he tells us he wants to do.
You look like my Ginger. Yes.
Orrin Ingram's stable is filled with second chances. He's a proud supporter of the nonprofit The Retired Racehorse Project.
They haven't been tattooed. They haven't been on the track.
After some downtime and plenty of treats,
Ingram takes the man wide, comes back to the ball on the offside.
this horse will perhaps trade the track for the pitch and a new type of competition. Whether it's polo, fox hunting, dressage, or show jumping, Ingram says it's a move that's a win-win for the horse and its new owner.
We buy everything from the track. I want to be able to get on the horse as soon as I can, and there's less chance of making a mistake doing it this way than breeding.
Is it fair to say that thoroughbreds want to work?
Yes, for sure.
They are such amazing animals when you see them doing what they love.
They really are. No question about it.
All right, coming up next, we are dressing for the occasion.
Yeah, Steeplechase, my chance to wear a purple plaid blazer on TV. It's your chance to make a fashion statement tomorrow. Coming up, Heather and Leland look at the hats to the heels to, yes, all of the fashion trends that you will see here on Nashville's Grand Tradition. Back at Percy Warner Park, where steeplechasing will be the focus tomorrow, but Carrie, for many people, the main event is the fashion.
Of course, your plaid is wonderful, or it could be a seersucker or fascinator.
Your fascinator, yes.
We will see it all out here tomorrow. And Leland Statham and Heather Mathis are showing us the top trends from head to toe.
Celebrity milliner Christine Moore, who styles fabulous hats and fascinators for the Kentucky Derby, and of course the Iroquois Steeplechase, is here to give us tips on how to pick out that best statement piece for a big day at the races. We always look forward to this time of the year and seeing the fashions that you bring along.
Yeah, I'm so excited about the Iroquois Steeplechase this year. It's going to be fabulous.
So you dress celebrities and the folks at News Channel 5
That's right.
to make us
look
great for the races. What are the trends that you're seeing for 2024?
Well, it's definitely like a medium tone colors, which is different from where it's been for the last couple of years, where it's been brights.
Yeah.
I also see like neutrals have been strong, black and white, and then it goes with anything. So, you know, you can like look at the weather and just pop one of these on.
I know. I like the smaller fascinators, especially the neutrals that you have there, because it can go with anything if you're kind of questioning what you're wanting to dress. Now, if you do pick a brighter piece, you were saying pink is really in this year too.
Yeah, it's going strong. Like it's not stopping. But there's also green, which is I say that it's the stem, the color of the stem of every flower. So it goes with everything. So that's a real fabulous option for this year.
All right. So if people are wondering too, do I go with a hat or a fascinator? What's the best way you can kind of decide for yourself?
You know, I think one, you have to see if you want your own shade following you around, or if you. But also it depends on where you're sitting, where the box. If your box is filled with large brims, you might want to think about a fascinator. Kind of talk to everybody about what they're wearing. I think it's really personal style, what you're comfortable with. I certainly like the fascinator because I feel like I can really move, I can see, and I can be seen. Right? Yeah. And it's great for photographs. But, you know, hats are American style. Yeah. And it is good, go big or go home. So I think it's like whatever you want to do. It's really personal.
Real quick before we go, tell us about the hats for men, because we can't forget about their fashion.
Exactly. And it's getting better and better for men in the hat world at these events. And men are, they want to rival the ladies. They want to look like a couple. I mean, you know, it's like the dress and the band, you know, all of that. So it's fabulous to see men coming out in hat fashion.
Of course, your hats are always so beautiful. We always enjoy having you. You can find Christine Moore's hats at Gus Meyer, located on Green Hills Village Drive. Iroquois Steeplechase coming up this weekend, and yes, it's a day for the races, but also a day to look at all the fashion too.
I know, fashion is a huge part of the event, and our fashion stylist, fashion editor Milton is here, and you always do such a great job getting us ready, and you're looking good as well.
Thank you.
As always.
Thank you. This is a time when there are no rules for guys. So mixing patterns, lots and lots of color. But this, we did something that's tonal, but it's not all the same color. So you have kind of a teal jacket. This entire look came from Oak Hall. I did a plaid shirt, but then you kind of wash it out a little bit with a jean as a really comfortable pant. But I also love to mix prints, so we did this reversible pocket square in that jacket.
All right, so talking about the ladies here, you mentioned that white is something that we'll see, but I know this model's got the white, but also the florals.
So this is a nice mix. It is a white ground floral print, which is very traditional. This came from, again, the Saks New Fifth Avenue Club. This is beautiful, and it's going to be beautiful on everyone. But as always, we have to top it off with a great hat.
Yes.
This is not huge, but this is a hat that came from the Style Pantry, and this is a really renowned Irish milliner.
Another one for the guys, and some call it the Southern tuxedo, but seersucker is always great in the heat.
Seersucker is a quintessential suiting for steeplechase. This is tricky though. This is actually not seersucker. It looks like seersucker. So it is a print that mimics seersucker, but it's a great look, and so I wanted to do that. And again, we did that classic blue and white, paired it with kind of a muted pink polo.
And for guys who are afraid of pink, you've got some pink, so that's good. Muted.
Pink, purple, lilac, those kinds of things you can do on a day like today. And if you don't do it a lot, do it in pieces like a shirt or just a pocket square.
All right, our last model here, you mentioned cropped was something that we would see, and this looks great on her.
This does look great on her. This is also from a new store. This is from Elizabeth, and this is 2 pieces. And it's cropped. This is fun. This is perfect for a day like this. And you'll probably see a lot of this in the Royal 615 Lounge. I love, again, that it's got a white background, but there is color that's layered. We made sure that we brought that in with this Jeffrey Levinson iridescent handbag.
And Milton, I have to say, this hat, the florals on it, I love it so much.
Again, this is a hat also from Elizabeth, and it is from a really renowned English designer. The owner wanted the best of the best, and so this is the designer for the late Queen of England.
So Milton, tell us where you got the fashions and the models.
Okay, so the models came from Tribe Talent Management. Orville's look came from Oak Hall. Patty's look came from Saks Fifth Avenue's Fifth Avenue Club. Turner's look came from Levy's. And last but not least, Chloe's look came from Elizabeth.
Well, Milton, we always love all of your fashion tips and advice. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we'll see you out for a day at the races.
And I have to thank Christine Moore, who we heard from, for this beautiful hat, or fascinator, I should say. Okay, we have covered looking good, but a big part of this race weekend is also about making people feel good.
That's right. It's a great mission. The primary beneficiary of the Iroquois Steeplechase is Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt. Since 1981, Monroe Carroll has received more than $11 million from this event. The Children's Hospital specializes in neonatal and pediatric critical care and also serves as a teaching and research facility, certainly a well-deserving beneficiary.
And each year, the Iroquois Steeplechase names a child ambassador to represent the philanthropy. And this year, it is 3-year-old Everett Drew.
Our Amy Watson and photojournalist Dan Blommel found out that it's really hard to find anything that can slow down young Everett.
The neighborhood patrol is on the job.
3, 2, 1, go!
Everett Drew is a 3-year-old kid with a passion for any...
It's a Porsche.
A Porsche.
And this is a Mercedes.
Thing.
Ferrari. I have another Ferrari.
With horsepower.
This is a 2-turbo engine.
Everett is the 2024 Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt ambassador for Steeplechase.
Oh, it took off. Look at that. It's going to the moon. It's so fast.
Hey, it's not time to go to bed.
No, it isn't, but you're right. You do go to bed when the moon's out. Children's is the main benefactor of the long-time Nashville tradition.
Does that go as fast as a horse at Steeplechase?
Yeah.
What do horses say? I forget.
Nay.
You never know
Good job.
that he's spent months at a time hospitalized
And the basket.
He's just waiting for his job. Oh.
since the day he was born.
Squid's gonna get it for you.
You can't tell. He still has a great level of energy.
My turn, my turn.
and he's still very active. He will tire out probably a little more quickly than other toddlers his age, but yeah, I think otherwise he's doing well. He's stable right now.
Ultimately, he still needs a kidney for his long-term health and success.
Everett has Eagle Barrett or prune belly syndrome. He has no kidneys.
He's cheated death multiple times at this point, so he would not be alive today if it weren't for the Children's Hospital, no question. And that's happened time and time again where he's received care there that had he not received that care, he would not be here.
His mother, Margaret, and his father, Matthew, both tried to donate a kidney, but only Matthew's reached the surgery stage. Sadly, it didn't take. So for now, Everett gets dialysis at home every night.
Night helps me get dialysis done.
Until he's strong enough to try again. A unique part of that care for Everett was music therapy.
Everett was one of those kids that music was just something that he resonated with and was something that he used to cope.
But not just any music.
You're the reason for the teardrops on my guitar. I remember his parents telling me that he was a big Swiftie.
She would come and sing Taylor Swift songs to him. That was always his request.
And he could go from whatever into another world.
Always calm him and put him in the best mood.
Yeah.
He's the time taken up, and it's never enough.
Jess Noble is one of the certified music therapists at Children's Hospital.
Even when he was in pain, or even when he was really tired, he would see me and he would see the guitar and he would say yes.
That was a weird, moving moment to see him go from feeling miserable to cheer up, just hearing somebody come and sing to him.
Because of her bond with Everett, she nominated him for Steeplechase Ambassador.
Seeing him go from a place of fear to then, before he left, seeing him smiling and talking with others, just seeing that whole transition, I felt like he needed some recognition.
Go look at the camera, Everett, and say, I'm going to help with the trophy.
I'm going to help with the trophy.
Having him be nominated for that just brought back everything we've been through, and it's a neat recognition in a way.
I want to ride.
And it looks like he'll be right at home.
What does the horsey say?
Around horses at Percy Warner Park.
Everett, tell the camera about riding Raja the horse.
Or getting an apple. Tell him what you like to do.
What do you like to do with Raja?
Jump.
I have a horse named Raja. He lives out in Franklin, and so, we bring Everett out to ride. He enjoys feeding him apples. Is that fun?
Whether at a farm or around the house, Everett's always racing something.
We're hopeful that, when we go back, we'll get that green light to get relisted, and then it's a matter of finding a match.
Getting a viable kidney, though, the only race Everett must win.
Everett Drew looks at me. I fake a smile so he won't see.
In Nashville, Amy Watson, News Channel 5.
Oh, we are rooting for Everett. These kids are so tough. They are so special, as are the people who care for them.
Everett really is remarkable. What a story he is, and certainly the people who care for him as well. Now, if you are inspired and want to donate to Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt, you can online now at iroquoissteeplechase.org.
All right, straight ahead, Steve steps behind the bars to shake things up over at Hall's Chop House.
It's like my dream. I felt like Tom Cruise in Cocktail. We got recipes coming up. Back at Percy Warner Park, and Carrie, it has certainly been a rough few days here in the mid-state, and all our thoughts and prayers at News Channel 5 are with those affected by the devastating tornadoes and the ongoing flooding from Wednesday's storms.
We are thankful for new mercies every single day, and the sun coming out today. The weather looks beautiful for tomorrow.
We need it.
Let's get a check of that with Bree.
Nashville's Rite of Spring is going to feel just like that. It's going to feel like spring. The dry air that's been in place the last couple days too should help to have evaporated some of the moisture, so hopefully the ground isn't too muddy. Last year it was very, very muddy. It's going to be downright crisp, even cool in the mornings. We'll be in the 50s with loads of sunshine. Remember your sunscreen. Once we get into the afternoon hours, the wind is going to start to pick up, just like it did on Friday, so breezy, but not humid, not steamy. Mid 70s, upper 70s as we head towards about 4 o'clock as folks head home after the race. Looking like it's going to be a pretty comfortable day. Now the main race, race 5, set to go off at 3:40. Again, breezy the theme. You will notice the wind, so let's make sure that whatever your ensemble is or your hat is securely in place. Temperatures will be in the upper 70s. I think the best part is the lower humidity, but look out for the cicadas too, and have a good time.
We've spotted a few out here already, so they're here. All right, if you are coming here to the park tomorrow, I bet a mint julep is on the menu.
Sounds great. Get those coolers ready. And in order to get into the spirit, or spirits, if you will, I went to Hall's Chop House in downtown Nashville and chatted with Stephen Klostermeyer to find out the perfect Racedale cocktail menu. Let's start with a traditional one, the mint julep. It's the famed drink of the Kentucky Derby, and everybody should know how to make it for their spring party.
Yep, it's pretty simple. There's not much to it. Today we're going to be using Blanton's. Now this is our own barrel select from Hall's.
Now you're pulling out the good stuff.
We are pulling out the good stuff. We're just going to make the classic here. Now you're going to want to take 6, 7, even 8 mint leaves. Now we're going to use ½ an ounce of simple syrup. Take your muddling stick, just kind of break up the oils from the mint to get it incorporated with that syrup.
Gives you that nice mint flavor there.
Absolutely. Crushed ice is traditional for the julep. And we're gonna go 3 ounces of this Blanton's, okay?
Not holding back.
We're gonna take our swizzle stick, kind of just mix everything together for a little bit. Pack it again with that crushed ice. Just garnish it with a mint leaf. I like to add a couple dashes of Angostura bitters. A little color on top, kind of just brings the whole cocktail to life at the end.
Stephen, not everybody loves bourbon. So what are you thinking for the second option?
Every time I'm here at the bar, a lot of people are asking for tequila cocktails. So we're gonna do a tequila spritz today. Just gonna start with 2 ounces of this Don Fulano Blanco. We're gonna go 1 ounce of pineapple juice. Mix up lemon juice, 3/4 of an ounce.
This one's gonna be nice and citrusy in comparison to the julep.
Next, we've got our pomegranate syrup. This is something we make in-house. You can use grenadine if you want to buy something at the store. That's fine. That's just going to be a little bit sweeter. Next, put that in a shaker tin. You really want to give it a good shake.
Plus, the shake makes you feel like a real bartender.
Some days I am, some days I aren't, but we're going to try and make it work today. Perfect. Got our glass here. Now at the base, we're just going to put about 2 to 3 ounces of club soda.
Looks beautiful.
Just got to finish with our garnish, pineapple wedge. We can't bet on the horses, but I would bet on this cocktail.
I can see why, but of course we know, especially in 2024, one of the biggest trends is for people to abstain from alcohol altogether. So you've got the perfect mocktail for Steeplechase Saturday.
Yes, we do. We're not going to try to use too many different ingredients, so we're going to keep the mint handy here for this one. We're going to take about 3 or 4 leaves, toss it right in the shaker tin. Next, just 1 ounce of water. We're going back to our pomegranate syrup here. It's going to be 3/4 of an ounce. 3/4 of an ounce of lime juice. Add your ice. We're going to shake that up a bit. And just strain that right over the ice. Really great color here. I'm going to top it off with some ginger beer.
And the best part about this one is you can drink as many of those as you want.
It tastes delicious. Garnish with a lime, and you're set.
Well, Stephen, I think we're set, refreshed and ready for a fun afternoon at Steeplechase. Cheers.
Fantastic. Cheers.
Nice job, Steve. All right, for those tailgating, here's a look at tomorrow's schedule. The RV area opens at 8:30 tomorrow morning. Inside the track tailgating also opens at 8:30. All of those vehicles need to be in place by 10:30. You can enter the Stirrup Club and family tailgating area starting at 9. Those vehicles need to be in place by 11. The opening ceremonies, complete with the Parade of Hounds, gets underway at noon, followed by the first race at 1 o'clock sharp. The annual Kids Stick Horse Race is scheduled right before race 3. And racing for the day, the last one at 5 o'clock tomorrow night.
And Carrie, it all leads up to the Calvin Hufflin Iroquois, the Grade 1 stakes race and one of the crown jewels in all of steeplechasing. Last year, it was this guy, Snap Decision, who was denied a historic three-peat by Scaramanga. But Snap is back in his comfortable stall here at Percy Warner Park and looking to join the great Uncle Edwin as just the second ever three-time winner overall here in the Iroquois.
Oh, I definitely think he's the favorite. He ran at Middleburg, giving away 10 to 20 pounds to some of the other horses. Won easily, won very impressively, won by 2.5 lengths. He looked like he's really on his game.
He certainly does, Carrie. Last year, it was a surprise when he didn't win. I think it would be a shock if he doesn't win tomorrow, but we'll see. It'll either be a shock or history made.
Oh, I love that. Suspenseful all day long. Please come out and join us if you are coming out here to Percy Warner Park. Myself, many members of the News Channel 5 team will be here. Look for Storm 5 Titan set up near the Winter Circle, a new location for us this year. It's going to be nice.
It is such an awesome day. If you've never been out here, come out and enjoy. It's going to be a beautiful day tomorrow. It's so much fun to be with your friends and family and enjoy the races. We certainly had fun tonight.
Yes.
We look forward to seeing you out here tomorrow. For Carrie, I'm Steve. For all of us at News Channel 5, thanks for watching Iroquois Steeplechase, Nashville's grand tradition. Have a great weekend and enjoy the racing.